Welcome back to News Geelong. We'll continue sport, returning to Cardinia Park now, looking back on the VFL career of the courageous captain, Troy Selwood. Troy, as we look back on this career, could you take us back to, I believe it was end of 2010, first expectations of the footy club?
Yeah, good question. When I first got to the football club, obviously it was going through an unbelievable era, and I just thought it was a great opportunity to help with the development of the young players at the Cats. Obviously at the time the VFL team had been battling a little bit, hadn't made finals for a little while, so I thought it was a great challenge to sort of come down and help change a culture of just developing into developing young players, but also teaching them how to win and win big games. So I feel as though in the 3 years that I was at the club, or in terms of a playing role, we were able to learn how to do that, and now sort of left it in sort of capable hands from here.
What were some of the highlights during your 48 games? I believe you even kicked 7 goals in one game.
Yeah, well, that was an interesting game. It was I used to live with Brendan Favola and he was up in Brisbane, and that was the day that Fev came down with the Casey Scorpions. And I haven't been known for kicking goals, but that was a day where there was a few flukes, and I was shaking my head. I didn't know I was actually quite doing it. Look, there were some great wins along the way. Obviously, the premiership's a huge highlight of it all. Even the first 9 games I played in the VFL were losing games, so to finally get a win, I think we won by 1 point against Box Hill out at Box Hill City Oval, and to finally just that relief of just getting on the winners board was a great game to be a part of as well. So, number of highlights throughout the 3 years while I was here.
Yep. Unfortunately, the playing career's come to an end. Roughly whenabouts was the final decision made in your mind?
Yeah, well, I'd sort of been thinking about it all year, that it could possibly be my last year, and then I think when there were a few opportunities presented themselves with work off-field with the Cats, I probably knew then that my services would probably be needed more in an off-field capacity rather than an on-field capacity. So I would have thought, probably around September there, I sort of knew that would be it for me. I actually got busy for quite a while that I totally forgot to really announce anything publicly, so hence why it's a couple of months later and I finally got around to doing it.
Nevertheless, we're very thankful to have watched you wearing, the VFL colours the last 3 years. Speaking of legacy now, who do you reckon gets the captaincy?
Yeah, well, it's a question I've been asked a couple of times, and we're really lucky with our VFL listed guys that have been there for a number of years. A lot of them could fulfil that role. So obviously, when you first think about it, Dom Gleeson comes to mind, Mark Corrigan. I also spoke of Ben Raidme a couple of days ago as well, who I think would be a perfect fit in terms of being able to captain the club for maybe a couple of years. Whether Dom and Harry were thinking about this might be their final year as well. So if you're thinking about a captain for maybe 2 or 3 years, then I think Ben would be a perfect candidate for that role. But I think it's all over summer. Nida has time to work through that, and the boys will just worry about training hard and getting fit for the 2014 season.
While they're exciting names, it's big shoes to follow. I just want to thank you for joining us on News Geelong.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I don't know about the big shoes to follow, but thank you, mate. Cheers.
Thanks for that, Troy. Well, from the leaders of the blue and white, we'll cross the Cardinia Park Drive now to the St Mary's footy ground, catching up with new coaches for the 2014 GFL season, Bryce Vincent and Rob Condy. Well, gentlemen, congratulations on the coaching appointment. When did you find out, and what were the reactions about co-coaching?
Well, it was actually a bit of a... all came about a bit strangely, actually. I was overseas in Bali, and Rob was on his way to America, so we kind of met at the airport for half an hour and decided whether we could work together, and then whether I was going to apply for it with Rob, and we had a good chat, and so from there we applied together and went for it.
3 weeks into the pre-season already, it's great to see the Saints have started early. What are your thoughts on the players right now, and have you already started to implement any game plans?
Yeah, the players have been really good. We've been averaging about 35 to 40 senior players a night, which has been great. Plenty of young guys and obviously a little bit of experience which we've added, which has been really good as well. We've implemented a bit of game style stuff, but it's mainly just getting a good fitness base before Christmas at this stage. Yeah.
Probably St Mary's greatest asset or one of their greatest in the last couple of years, and you can definitely relate to this. The juniors, 3 Colts premiership sides, a couple of under-16s, and that's just in the space of 2 years. Do you look at giving a lot of these, young players like your Alex Hackett some senior experience early?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously we've won the last 2 Division 1 Colts premierships, and also this year we won the Division 3 Colts flag, which was a great effort by the boys. There's definitely a lot of kids with a lot of potential. I think last year, Rob could probably answer this better than I, but last year there was probably 8 or 9 of those Colts kids that played in the senior team for a fair majority of the year too. So I suppose our plan recruiting in that is to get a few bigger bodies to help out those younger kids, so they're not shouldering the weight of playing midfield for a whole season in senior footy. So
you mentioned the word recruiting. 3 big names already. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, well, we've obviously had 3 pretty big names come on board. So Tommy Gillies has come over from Melbourne. Tom's been training really well over the last couple of weeks. Kane Tenace is currently living in Adelaide, and he's finished with Glenelg, so he's really excited to get on board also and help out with the development side of things. And also Ryan Normington, who's come across from Newtown. He's been training very strongly, and really keen to get him. So he's a utility, so he's going to be really good for us.
One last one, gentlemen. The fixture's been released. What are the thoughts from the West Cardinia Park?
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a strong start. We're going to want to win as many games as we can at the start of the year, as everyone will be, but we'll be fairly confident that we can get off to a good start and hopefully maintain the momentum, I suppose.
I think we've got quite a few home games early on in the year. It's probably no secret that we've probably struggled at home the last 4 or 5 years, so that's probably going to be a big focus of ours to play this ground the way we want to play it and make sure we get off to a good start.
Well, we'll let you continue on with your pre-season now. Thank you very much for joining News Geelong, gentlemen.
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks for that, boys. Best of luck this pre-season. As we go to a break, don't forget you can watch those segments and more on our YouTube channel.